Of all the roles in the health and fitness industry, personal training is the one which dominates in terms of mainstream popularity, opportunities and earning potential. If you're passionate about exercise and fitness training and you love working with people, then becoming a personal trainer might seem somewhat of a no-brainer. If you're thinking about becoming a personal trainer, we definitely think that the information we're about to present in this short video will be of some value to you. Now, one of the first things that people tend to think about and focus on when they decide they want to become a personal trainer is the qualifications. Now, whilst qualifications are of course important, in reality, becoming a PT is about much more than simply getting a qualification. Even once you're qualified, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done if you want to stand out from the crowd. One of the first pieces of advice that we give our students is to take their time and go and speak to a few PTs that have been working in the industry for a while. Ask them about their experiences and any key lessons that they've learned, and if they do things differently if they were starting out again. Find out where they completed their qualifications, how they studied, and whether they felt industry ready when they qualified. It's also a good idea to ask them about the different places that they've worked, where they get their ongoing information, training and CPD or continued professional development from. You could even ask them if they had a mentor when they started out. Now, this might cost you a coffee or two, but taking the time to get some advice from somebody who's walked this path before might save you a small fortune later down the road. Once you know for sure that you want to become a personal trainer, then you can start to think about the qualifications and how you're going to achieve them. You'll certainly want to give some serious thought to how you want to study and learn, because this will make a huge difference to the quality of your experience and your future likelihood of success. For example, do you want to attend a fully face-to-face course, or are you looking for something more flexible? Today, there aren't too many face-to-face courses where all of the content is delivered to you directly, although some local colleges do deliver these. They tend to be delivered over the course of a full academic year, and so they do take much longer to achieve. Often the lecturers delivering these programs have limited PT experience, so if you want to learn from experts, this might not always be the best route to take. Of course, there will be exceptions, and some colleges do a better job than others. Blended courses are more common in the fitness industry, and these will usually require you to complete a range of distance learning activities from home before attending a physical training course, which will usually finish with a practical assessment or two. These programs tend to be delivered in commercial health clubs like David Lloyd, Bannatynes or the Village Health Clubs, for example, and they're usually delivered by specialist training providers like HFE. With blended courses, you'll usually need to attend for a set number of days, and it's realistic to expect to complete these qualifications on average in a matter of 4 to 6 months. Some students might achieve faster if they work more intensively, but in our experience, life does tend to get in the way for most students, especially if they're working. There's also a fully online training option, which in recent years has become much more popular, largely due to access and affordability reasons. Most online courses are quite a bit cheaper than attended courses, and many students are drawn to these for that reason. If you are going to take this route, it's crucial to ensure that you're going to get fantastic learning resources and excellent remote support, both with the theory and the practical work. And we do feel that it's really important for us to underline the fact that online courses do require a lot more discipline and commitment from you as a student. Also, the success rates of these online courses tend to be lower and slower than other study methods, largely because it's quite easy to put off the study and work that needs doing. So if the only reason that you're thinking about choosing the online option is because of the price, you might want to rethink this strategy. It might end up costing you more in the long run. Once you've decided how you want to study, then you can focus on the where. In reality, this decision will likely be made for a variety of reasons, including convenience, reputation of the provider, quality of resources, support, and of course price. There are a couple of points that we'd like to make here. First of all, try not to be tempted by the cheapest provider. Also, avoid providers that will try to rush your decision making or pressure you into signing up with too good to be true offers if you enrol before some made up deadline. In our experience, these organisations tend to care more about making sales and less about student achievement. Secondly, be aware of overinflated offers, usually in the form of free CPD courses or fitness equipment. Typically, these CPD courses aren't endorsed by CIMSPA, the Chartered Institute for the Management of Sport and Physical Activity. They're not recognised by employers and are completely unregulated. In fact, most students never actually get around to redeeming it because they're too busy with their core PT qualifications. Finally, be aware of any companies telling you that you'll be qualified and earning in just a few weeks. Even if you approach your studies with the goal of passing as quickly as you can, rather than mastering the subjects, which by the way, we really don't advise, it will still take you more than a few weeks to complete your qualification. Now that you know what to avoid, here's a few things to look out for. You'll want to make sure that you enrol on a programme which includes a strong support package from a real person. You'll also want to make sure that these support tutors have extensive knowledge and experience in personal training. Some providers do offer support, but this is usually via an online chat box or an email address, and these tend not to be managed by technical experts. Many of the subjects that you'll be studying are technically challenging, so at times you'll probably need to speak to an expert that really cares about your development. You also want to make sure that you have access to a well-structured training programme that has taught components, practice assessments, a timetable of some description and deadlines. You'll find that many online courses on the market will let you study over a number of years without any real end date. These courses tend to have very low achievement rates also, and you'll definitely want to make sure that any personal training qualification you get is fully endorsed by CIMSPA and is mapped to their professional standards. Otherwise, you won't be able to join CIMSPA when you're qualified. Also, try to stick with fitness industry specific awarding organisations like YMCA Awards and Active IQ. These awarding bodies have more technical expertise to write qualifications that are more fit for purpose than the more generic awarding organisations. You'll also tend to find that employers will also be more familiar with these qualifications than others. It's definitely worth asking lots of questions and speaking to a range of different providers. You might even want to visit the CIMSPA website or consult with them directly so you know for sure what you need to look out for. Like I said at the beginning of this video, getting the qualification is only a part of the process of becoming a personal trainer. You'll definitely want to get some hands-on experience in training people, ideally with real clients. And there's a few ways that you can go about this, and we recommend both. First of all, find a friend or a family member who you can help with their training. Take the time to consult with them about what their goals and their aspirations are, and then design them a programme or review their existing programme using the knowledge that you've learned on your course. Train with this client in the gym alongside your studies and keep a diary of what worked and what didn't, how you could have improved your instruction and your communication, and get some honest feedback from your clients. This experience will be invaluable when you complete your qualification, and it will set you apart from others later down the line. We also recommend that you try to find a qualified PT who's prepared to mentor you. This way you'll have some extra support as you ease yourself into the industry, and you'll be able to benefit from their experiences also. If you're going to choose to use a mentor, be sure to choose wisely, selecting a competent and experienced PT who's doing well, not the guy sat in the coffee shop all day. Hopefully you found this information useful. If you do have any additional questions though about how to become a personal trainer, feel free to reach out to our careers team who'll be more than happy to help you.